Hey everybody, in this short little video I am going to be teaching you how to find the slope given 2 points. We have a formula that makes this task very simple. The formula is slope, which if you remember is little m, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It looks like kind of a mess, but once you see this in action, it's really not too bad. So here's how it works. When we are given 2 points, and I'm just going to do a quick example here for you. One of the points, let's say, is 1, 4, and the other point, let's say, is 4, 8, and we would want to find the slope between those 2 points. Now those points are small enough we could graph, we could look at the line, we could do the rise and the run, but it's going to be a little easier to use this formula. So here's how this thing works. All those 1s and 2s really just mean first point, second point. So that first red point is going to be x1, comma, y1. Just means it's the first point. The second point, the blue point over here, that's x2, y2. And those little subscripts, again, just mean that's the point. Now you really just look at your formula. We take y2 minus y1, y2's over here, divide it by x2 minus x1. So, down here in my space I'll say m equals, looking at y2, y2 is 8. So 8 minus y1, y1 is 4. So 8 minus 4 is my top. Over x2 minus x1. x2 is the second x4, x1 is the first x1. So I say on the bottom 4 minus 1. Okay, so everything's in the right spot there. Now I just do a little bit of arithmetic to finish this out. Top 8 minus 4 is 4. Bottom 4 minus 1 is 3. I'm left with 4 over 3. Can I simplify that fraction? Nope, it's already in simplest form. So I leave it like that, and my slope is 4/3. So that's how we find the slope. Now those are pretty easy numbers to work with. They're both positive, and everything worked out nice and neat. I want to show you a little different example here, one with negatives in it, and that's kind of where a lot of the problems will come in. So I'm going to zoom out here and leave that formula. You can certainly pause this video and go back to see that formula again. So here we go. And now let's look at what happens when the numbers become negative. So now I'm going to use the same formula, but I'm going to use the points -2, 5 and -3, -6. Same formula, and what I like to do with this is somewhere above or below it, I like to mark out so I can keep it straight that that's going to be x1, that's going to be y1, this will be x2, that'll be y2. Now it helps me keep things straight as I start using the formula. So here we go with the formula. M equals y2, y2 is -6, minus, part of the formula, y1, y1 is 5, over x2, -3, minus x1, -2. Now you can see from this example, things are looking far more complicated at this point than they did last time because we've got all these negative signs here. This negative and this negative are part of the formula, and then all these other negatives are there because of the negative numbers that we had up in the problem. So you got to really be careful in this next step when we simplify those numbers. So here we go. Top number, -6 minus 5, that's -11. Bottom, when we have these 2 minuses, remember, those 2 minuses turn into really just a plus. So I'm asking myself, -3 plus 2, instead of -3 minus -2, that's -1. Then I'm left to simplify this. -11 divided by -1 is really just +11, or 11 over 1, and that is my slope. So looking back at this, here is the pivotal formula, right up there. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That formula will work to find the slope between any 2 points.